All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Aaron, and we're coming at you with another Crypto Cosm Deep Dive. You guys have been asking for this one. We're bringing it to you now. Woo. NCASH, Nucleus Vision, NCASH. We got 30 minutes to go over a whole
lot of stuff.
5-year roadmap, amazing looking team, and just infinite possibilities.
You guys are great.
There's tons.
This is a company that's like, if one window closes, they have 16 other windows to jump through. It's just
and that's just on the first floor. You go up to the second and third floor,
right.
There's another 30 to 40 windows.
Yeah, they're the robber. Like, you're locking up your front door, they're coming in the back. You lock up your back door, they're coming in the window, and they're putting their space downstairs in the basement. You don't even know they're there, and now they have squatters' rights. Nucleus Vision.
But since they have the Ion security system, they're going to know where everybody's coming at any given time, anywhere, all the time, as long as they have the robber's consent. That's the important thing. But we're going to get into those details here in a minute. So what is the actual product? The actual product is a series of systems, or rather, I'm sorry, it's a two-part system. So they have the Ion sensor. Okay, and this is probably what you'll see at like the front door, where it covers like a 200-meter parameter. So they're going to have maybe one or two or multiples of these in the store, depending on how large they are. And
the scanners right when you walk into the store.
Very similar.
The department stores or your local grocery stores.
Mm-hmm. Right now, I mean, you get those all those little funky kinds of tags that beep and go off. Those are all RFID readers. So that's old school technology. Before they thought for this system to even be possible, they would have to go with Bluetooth technology or RFID technology or wireless or Wi-Fi enabled tags and things that were super, super expensive.
And we're in a whole new...
Not with the blockchain anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Not with the blockchain. So, one part I love is a Harvard dropout.
Beauty school
Harvard dropout. Abhishek Pidi, and I'm probably butchering that name, and I apologize for
Sorry,
advance
we love you.
if I did. But 2 thumbs up for your creation. And he dropped out of Harvard to go pursue his dream and make this... already a multi-million-dollar company.
Tip of the hat.
So we have these ion sensors, and we have this blockchain-enabled tag system. So all of these sensors can read sound, acceleration, pressure, motion, temperature, and an ID number. So we're taking in all of this different information, and it can relay everything back to the sensor via the blockchain. So, I mean, we're getting things like tamper-proof. I mean, you could even go as far as, are my truck drivers driving safely? I mean, because the things, the tags on these products are going to know how fast they're going at any given time.
Right. So, I mean, in that aspect, they're going to see a little bit more crunches. It's going to be like kind of like the all-seeing eye on us, like,
This truly reminds me of the Eagle Eye movie.
Yeah,
the Eagle Eye. I mean, we've seen it. We all know it's coming. And,
it's like the mom's tether. Watch. I'm giving you the cell phone not because I want you to have freedom, but because I want to be able to see where you're at all times.
Spy on you. I'm going to be logged into your Instagram and Facebook account too. So there.
Right. I didn't have those. I had a pager. My mom's like, if I page you, you call me back and
you go, Fresh Prince. You go.
Child of the
Moving forward about 20 or 30 years. So, I mean, just the possibilities of this product system are going to be very, very far-reaching. What do they have currently right now? It is not vaporware. They have a working product. It is live in 10 different stores.
Which stores would that be?
I don't have the list of names of stores.
Ah.
Unfortunately.
Sorry.
It's listed on the website. I didn't write those down for my notes, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. It is live in 10 different stores. They have actively ran through 2,000 different authorizations. They have actively done 2,500 different promos that have been redeemed. So you're getting multiple promotions, you're getting loyalty points, you're getting rewards points, and we're going to go into those a little deeper. And they have 75,000 different items out there on the shelves with these tags currently.
75,000 different items.
75,000. So, and the sensors can pick up, let's see, I believe it was 200 tags and the information within them in 610 microseconds. Which, I mean, we're just talking fractions of a second.
So basically when you walk out of the store with your grocery cart, 200 items in that fraction of a second. It knows what you have in your cart, it knows you, your ID, and then it gives that information back to the company, and they know how to promote, how to give ads, sponsors, things like that. I mean, it's funny we're dealing with that with Facebook right now, but on a different level.
So the whole idea is bringing the augmented world of the internet to the consumer retail realm. So we're combining the best of in-store purchasing with online availability.
Coupons and all kinds of, I mean, this could open the door to so many.
Loyalty.
Right.
Rewards
Well, you
points.
shop at Ralph's all the time, or you shop at this Kroger or a CV, whatever it is. You're a, enjoyed customer, preferred customer.
Absolutely. So I think of it like the casinos, and you talk about the Players Club cards. With your favorite key lighter retractable ditties. You see the old lady sitting in front of like 4 slot machines, right? Just smoking a cigarette, smoking away. Cigarettes. And if anybody comes near their machine, she just starts screaming at them. And you got the card. Well, the card is tracking where you're at, how long you're there, when you come there, how long it takes you before you leave, how much money you spend before you leave, what they could do to provide you to stay a little longer and lose more money. So they figure out when to comp you at the right time, what to comp you at the right time, what kind of sale could I give you that's going to keep you in the store, and all of this information is being processed. However, the main difference with NCASH is, so let's say you're an NCASH user.
I'm an NCASH user.
And I'm an NCASH user.
We're NCASH users.
And you walk into the NCASH enabled store. So you're going to get basically a notification that says, do you want to share your information with this location? And you will get rewarded with...
Yes, I do.
5 NCASH coins, let's just say.
Ooh,
or however many that rewards program deals with. So it's going to track your walk-in, which store you're at. You're going to get loyalty points for going to stores repeatedly. It's also going to tell them where you're at in the store. Another one is with like Myers, where they can track where you come in. They take your IP off of your cell phone, and they can figure out what to put where because they know where most of the traffic goes through.
Right. It's a huge invasion of privacy that I'm allowing for the better.
The reward.
Right, for the better. It's not
the reward.
It can be looked at as both ways, but it really is for the benefit of the user. Yeah.
So what information are they taking? They're taking your demographic information, your age, the sex. They're taking your location, your buying history, your behavior, your return history. That's
key, return history. But they're not taking your social security, your firstborn child, your phone number. The things that you want to keep private are not going. They're not going there.
Right.
It's
very
okay.
similar to all the information that's stored on the cookies of your computers.
Exactly.
It's just real life cookie information. So all of this goes in, but now you're getting paid for it. Not only do you get paid for it because it goes to that retailer, if another retailer comes over and requests information from that retailer, you will also get paid for it.
So it's like, I get Michael's and Joanne's coupons. I'm an arts and craft dude. So I get those texts all the time. So if I'm in Joanne's, all of a sudden I could get a text from Michael saying that there's this deal or something going on that I should actually spend my money and time over there instead of here.
But you're also going to get paid for the information that went from one retail provider to the other.
Right.
So at first when I was reading the paper, it was really, really kludgy because it's almost 70 pages long. And when I read something, I read it probably about 3 or 4 times over and over and over until I make sure I have everything.
Right.
So it sounded like to me that once it goes to one retail provider, your information, that after that it was stored in some central database location to where Nucleus Vision would be able to just disperse at its own will and then collect.
And we're
off
signing
of your data after
the
that.
waiver
But that's
away.
not the way it is. So if it goes from one retailer provider and then another retail provider requests it from that provider, I know it's a little confusing, but you're getting paid for where your information goes. So you have full control of your monetized information and you have to okay it.
So it's not like the Comcast guy that came here and asked for my information and all of a sudden I always do this too. Listen, I tell them I spell my name wrong purposely. I spell it one letter off. And that way, if I get a bunch of spam mail like I did Comcast, Gary, so just in case that happens, I know where it came from. This is kind of like that, but better.
Because you're getting paid for it.
Because you're getting paid for it. You're telling them that this is what I want you to do with this information because there's benefits. It's like having a credit card with the reward points. Like the more I use this, yeah, there's interest fees and all that if I wait too long, but if I pay it off at the end of the month, then I get the frequent flyer miles.
Sure. So the pros, the cons to that are, pros, you're getting rewarded. Cons, I mean, they're constantly in your business, but it's your choice.
Right. And you can say no.
And you can say no. What
when
I'm hoping to see,
you can say no.
Personally, because I'm not a huge shopper. I mean, I even get the groceries shipped to my house.
Dorado, yeah.
But if I'm getting rewarded for it, I like that. I like that. The one thing that I don't like is don't monitor my conversations on my Twitter, on my Facebook, on my chat rooms. That's where I draw the line. And it sounds like later on when they release their SDK for decentralized apps that those things are going to be allowed to happen. So, NCASH, my biggest question is, how much control? Is it a yes-no control? Yes, share my information. No, don't share my information. Or is it a tiered level of control to where I could say, share this 90% of this information, but when it comes to this 10%, get lost.
Right. If you have complete control over that, and the more 100% transparent you are, the more rewards you get, so be it. That's really wonderful.
Cool, great.
But just not a...
Give us the power.
Right, give us the control to say yes or no, I don't really want to share this information, or turn my mic off, or no, I'm not sharing pictures. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing that drives me nuts, is that like the whole picture sharing. Certain apps, as soon as you download it, it's like, do we have access to this? Do we have access to this? And it's like, well, I don't need that function. It's like you just left a big
giant door open.
Right, I don't need that function, so let's limit it to what I need to make it usable for me, customizable.
Now, when it comes to my perception of the mass public, I think they either don't know or don't care.
I think people are losing their minds right now with the whole Facebook thing, and like,
but how many of them have stopped using it?
Probably
How many of them have actually said, you know
what? How
many
have gone into their settings and actually changed their privacy?
Done with Facebook. You can't change your privacy anymore. They've changed it to the point where basically anything on Facebook and Facebook Messenger is public information. And if you're still using it, guess what? You agreed to it. So you either don't care or don't know. And I'm going to say most individuals don't know because they go, check the box. Okay, continue on. Let me let me
talk to Stacy. She's on it
with my peeps. So that's the American way. I just have to speak for most Americans there. I mean, it is the American way. I don't know how many individuals just go by and check that box and
I read everything after that South Park episode.
Do you really?
No.
I was going to say, you would be the
No, I don't. All right.
Okay, so, not also that. Not only what we've just spoke about. That was horrible. Not only what we've just spoke about, but we have customer score. So we talked about customer score very similar in OCN, the review we just did last week. We're going to get a similar customer score here, where we're talking about recency, frequency, and monetary, how much you're spending. So you're going to get scored on all three of these things. Now, one of the things that they're coming out with later on in 2018 on their 5-year roadmap is dynamic pricing. So right now, we have static pricing. You walk into a store, both you and I go into the grocery store or Walmart or wherever we choose to walk into. Everything has a price tag. When you look at that price tag, it looks the same as when I look at that price tag. That makes a lot of sense, right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay, dynamic pricing. Let's say your customer score is 99% better than mine.
Absolutely is.
I can't imagine. You look at that price tag and it's $10 cheaper. I look at that price tag and it is $10
because you're returning everything. You're a walk-in 11 ticket.
Well, duh.
So he got a bad score because he's returning everything after 14 days.
Dynamic pricing.
It's
now,
cool.
This could go both ways as well. So later on, I mean, if they're I mean, that's great. You know, they're rewarding those that are loyal to them.
Right.
And on the one hand, that's awesome. On the other hand, do we have those individuals that come in with a credit score of, you know, 2,000 or however high? I know it's not that high, but
800.
I thought it was 850. But anyway, you walk into this, and you have these people with A1 credit, and they're looking at these price tags, and they make, who knows, you know, $500,000 a year. And for some reason, they have that information.
Yeah.
Is that person going to look in that price ticket and go, oh, well, this is $120 for me, and you work at McDonald's as a manager, and it's $13 for you? I mean, where are they going to be drawing the line in terms of this dynamic price, and how far will they stretch it?
Well, I'm sure there would be like a retailer cutoff, like this mug is valued at $19.99, period. That's the highest it's going to go.
By the way.
Beautiful Crypto Cosm mug for only $19.99.
Shoot us an email.
So that would be the high cap, but then there would be like the sale prices, and the sale prices would go all the way down to $14.99 maybe. So then there'd be that $5 window of wiggle room to work with. So it's not like, well, he makes, you know, $500,000 a year. I make $100,000 a year. So even though this cup's only $19.99, we're going to charge him $25. That would be, I mean, that would be garbage. If that's like, I don't know.
But who knows what's...
Sounds like taxes in America.
Let's say something like this does reach their 5-year plan, and it goes global, and they're reaching 600 million people like they are. Mm-hmm. What are the types of things that they will be able to do after that fact? Just like Facebook after that 7 years, just like YouTube after those 7 years. What happens at that point when they start to get the itch and go, well, we're globally adopted. Now what do you guys want to do? That doesn't influence whether I will invest in it or not. I will say that this is one of my favorite opportunities because I see it happening anyway.
And what's it listed at right now, price-wise?
It's listed at, right now, 4.5 cents.
4.5 cents.
There is a 10 billion coin cap.
It's high, but at 4 cents.
And there's 4 billion in circulation.
So there's a lot of, that's more than double the amount of growth right now.
2.5 times, yep. So let's just say they released all the rest of the coins. It'd cut it down to, what, you know, 2.1 cents or so. Maybe a little less than 2 cents.
It's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good.
And the other sense of like the privacy stuff, which I think is very interesting in this, is, you know, if I'm walking into the store, if I shop at a local Meijer near me,
Meijer.
Right. Now, is that, and it's noting every time I spend money, every time I spend money, every time I spend money, that means Nucleus Vision or the team thereof or the company or the servers, whatever it is, knows how much money I'm spending at all points in time.
That's correct.
And that's one of these aspects, like, who do we need to know? Now, I like the company, and I like everything that they're about, and it's a very forward-thinking company to me, and how we work with advertisements, how we work with, again, know your customer. You know, that's kind of a know your customer situation, which we're dealing with in the crypto world. This
know
is
your customer's deepest secrets.
Right. You know, what kind of, I mean, and that's the thing. They know what kind of everything you're going to like at this point. They're going to, I mean, what kind of toothpaste do you use? Fluoride toothpaste or non-fluoride? Do you like Tom's? You know, it's like...
Means you're a terrorist.
Right. Duh. Yeah, I mean, they're going to know so much information as well. And again, it's just like, who is that going to be sold to? Who is that? Do I get the option to who that's sold to? Do I have the option to say, you know what, let's not talk about that I shopped at this, or this? You know, I mean, again, I'm an open book, but some people are very private. Yep. And this is the very opposite of that. This is saying, like, it's really giving away.
Every time information is sold, it does require user confirmation. Just to walk in the store, for them to know who you are through the use of your cell phone. They do this all through the use of your cell phone,
right,
through the information, the electronic ID. And it's universal to any cell phone. They can do this. And it all requires user consent. But like I said, what level of consent? Do I have you can have this half, but not this half consent? That's where my curiosity lies right now.
Sure.
Doesn't prevent me from investing within this company because, like I said, most people either don't care or don't know.
Or what happens, you know, let's go on the extreme here for a second.
Extreme.
You and your lady go into like a lover's lane or something. Ooh. You buy her some things that she wants.
Fuzzy handcuffs.
Fuzzy handcuffs, things. Use your imagination. Whatever those things are. Now, are you going to be, because you're a good gentleman, you're a chivalrous man and open the door and everything for his young lady. Now, are they going to be sending you advertisements or coupons for these things that you purchased for her because it was on your card and your phone?
Probably, but I'm sure you're going to have the ability to turn it on and turn it off.
Good, because
you don't want anybody to know about your closet of things.
Exactly, that I buy for her, not for me.
That's what he says, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on.
Well, I mean, that's an important thing, you know, but yeah.
Yes, it is a very important thing. I think the ladies will agree with that.
Wow, stop.
So let's talk about their 5-year roadmap.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Moving on.
Talk about that. Get out of my closet.
So we're in 2018, first quarter. So we're live in 10 stores. If you guys want to know what those stores are, check out their website.
We'll put them in the link below.
We'll post it in the link below so you can get a good idea of what those are. But they've got hundreds of different branding partnerships already. It's fascinating how connected they already are. It's crazy. So we got 100K users at this time, Q1. So Q1 just ended. Now we're dumping into Q2. They're looking at 2.5 times growth for Q2. 250,000
at 4.5 cents right now. So you're looking at 9-10 cents.
Mm-hmm. And let's just say that, I don't know, 75% of the money within NCASH, this is one of the big things that I was thinking about for the show. Let's just say that 75% or 70% of the money within NCASH is investor money.
Okay.
Not user, or not, not
yours, mine,
individuals
viewers.
Actively using NCASH to buy, purchasing things. So we're at maybe 1.5 cents. So we go in Q2 and we go 2.5 times that growth. Now we're at 4.5 cents. We're right back where we started. We're adding 3 cents on top of that. Let's talk about when it goes to 2019, and they're targeting 15 million users, which is 150 times what they're currently doing in this month. So, I mean, we're looking at $2.25 maybe at that time in terms of user cash, possibly, that could be going into this market.
So that's more than double the 4.5 cents at now, right?
Yeah.
Just
we're 150 times that active money right there.
And now that growth that you're talking about, is that theoretical? Is that you know, blindfold throwing the dart at the dartboard?
Well, that's just that was taking just if we're multiplying the user status.
Right.
So we're at 100K. But like I said, if all the money in there, the 185 million or so, you know, 150,000 or 150 million of it was just investor money and not active users, that leaves us with about 1.50 pennies.
Right.
So if we take that and times it by 150, I'm sorry, $1.50. No, we're about 2.25. We could see $2.5 growth through 2019, which is some mega gains. That's
just within the next 12 to 18 months.
We talk about 2022. They're targeting almost 590 million, almost 600 million users.
So at 4.5 cents, this is a good one to jump into right now.
Right now.
And go ahead. You look like he's got something really he wants to say.
I do. And I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday at the end of my review, I did some deep digging on the charts, and we have a perfect cup and handle formation also that's setting up for what personally to me, I'm not a financial advisor. Take this information at your own risk. Believe in what you buy in what you believe. But a perfect cup and handle formation at this time, lining up beautifully for hopefully a nice big wave or two coming up here. I mean, we see this normal pattern that comes up when these ICOs, they start up here and they dip down and everybody's selling off, and it's come nice back up and revisited the point where it was at, and it makes a little squiggly handle, and then
it takes off to the moon, as they say.
To the moon. When Lambo? When moon? When? Well, I'm hoping personally it's not that far away. So I've made actually several trades last night to get my personal things going in there, because I do believe in this product and I do believe in the mass public using this product. Even more so than myself. I'm kind of an oddball. I live in a bubble. Let's talk a little bit about the team. We got a few minutes left.
Let's talk about the team.
So when we talk, other than the Harvard dropout,
Yeah.
I love that.
Handsome
though.
group.
I do. I mean, we have an executive board with individuals on there, all ranging from the spans of 10 to 20 years of experience in the executive position in multi-million-dollar, half-billion-dollar companies. So these are not individuals that are just swiped up off the streets and we're just going to say you, and you. I mean, this guy's 19, he's 22, and this guy's... We're not seeing that here. These guys are all huge players that have been through the ringer already.
Veterans that are unapologetically themselves, you know?
Absolutely.
And that's kind of an awesome thing when you know who you are, you know what you want, what you're doing, and where you're going on this, and they have that.
They have a fantastic advisory board. Fantastic.
I like that, actually. That's a good, fantastic.
So we have the co-founder of Icon, another huge platform coin. We have another individual from, I believe it's Coinsetter, who is also advised for Kraken and one or two other cryptocurrency exchanges.
Yeah.
So he's no stranger to this game. So we have probably about 4 or 5 other individuals, all consisting of, we have a community advisor, Ian Bellina, which is the guy that came out with like 4.5 million in his first year analyzing crypto. So he's taken on some of the community stance and advisement.
No slouches here. There are no slouches. These guys are another ones with the iron handshake. They know what they're doing.
Big players. There's big names. They have what looks like a fantastic marketing team. And their website, just their website and their white, it was the most beautiful white paper I've ever looked at. I am really a nerd. I need to do something here because
they painted it so pretty.
It was amazing. I mean, just the vision that they have on their roadmap, the vision that they have of just their product, their appearance, it shows. It shows that they believe in this product. And if their product and project ends up looking as beautiful as its white paper, well, I'll tell you what, I'm all in.
I'm excited about it. I mean, this is a company I'm very excited about. I mean, advertisement's not something that, it's been around forever, you know, and learning different ways to get what the consumer needs. I mean, that is a huge thing. Like, how many products exist out there that you just don't know about, that you could honestly use right now? You could use right now, but you simply don't know that it exists.
And there hasn't been any major changes in the standard retail version of shopping in forever.
It's true.
Forever.
Well, I mean, now we're getting the Uber drivers bringing you your stuff, but I mean, that's about as revolutionary as it's been until Dorado.
Exactly. So we're bringing this whole augmented reality feature to life, and I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Send me some coupons. Maybe I'll get out there a little more. I don't know. We'll see. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, everybody. Make sure to leave a comment. Let us know what you think or what you guys will be doing. We'd love to hear from you. Also, hit that notification button down at the bottom of the screen so you don't miss a beat. Thanks for joining us here on
Crypto Cosm.